Andre Capel here. Today I just wanted to talk about what skill set took my life to the next level. I hear a lot of people talking about is multitasking, right? And no, that's not the skill that took my life to the next level. It's actually the opposite. When you multitask, you are doing one task for fractions or seconds at a time as inefficiently as possible. What do I mean by that? If I were to start texting and driving, I'm gonna be probably a terrible texter. Like, my spelling is gonna be mixed up. If somebody cuts me off in front, I'm probably just gonna slam right into them if I'm looking down at my phone. You know, when you multitask, you are spreading your attention thin. What changed my life is when I realized that attention is more like a fresh glass of water every day, and you can use it on anything you want. Let's say you had a gallon of water every single day, and that gallon of water was to feed your plants. You can grow as many plants as you wanted to, but the goal was to get a big plant, right? Would you use that gallon of water to grow, you put one drop in 1,000 buckets? Or would you say, hey, I'm gonna save this gallon for like one or two really special plants? That's how I look at your concentration and focus. When you multitask, which is what most people do, whether you're a business owner or not, you are really diminishing your return. All the inputs that you're putting in are diminished because you're not fully paying attention. If you make that small shift and say, hey, from this point on, you have a predetermined goal to focus on, and you focus on that without multitasking when it gets boring, because usually it will get boring. But the whole point is to not stop until whatever it is you wanted to bring about into this world is brought. And that's the thing that changed my life. Because I mean, it's 3 minutes in so far, or 2 minutes in so far, and it sounds like something that is so simple. Try it. It's not simple. You know how hard it is. You ever see The Matrix? You know, in The Matrix, when he's walking Neo through the simulation and he's explaining to him, hey, this is how the world works, blah, 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 blah. And then this girl, like a 10 out of 10, in a red dress, walks by. Neo turns around while Morpheus was talking to him. And then he looks back at Morpheus like, hey, I was listening. He was like, were you listening, or were you looking at the woman in the red dress? Because that was just put there on purpose to distract him to prove this one point. He's like, turn around again, look at her again. And it's an agent with a gun to his head. Because that's what happens when you allow anything to take you off your focus, to take you off of your path. You are a superhero when you're focused on one thing. That's why TikTok exists. That's why Instagram exists. That's why these things exist, to rob your powers. It's, and I don't even want to get too deep into the rabbit hole, but focus on one thing and your life will change. It doesn't even matter what it is. Just focus on it, knock it out, and then move over to the next thing. That's it. But you can't say, oh, I want to have a successful supermarket. You have your grand opening with the supermarket, and then you're just like, huh, these guys are bringing bread into the store. They're making $250,000 a year with their bread route. We're gonna start a bread route also. The supermarket, it's only making $75,000 a year. You just opened it. You're gonna get to $1 million a year if you just look 10 years down the line and focus on nothing but growing your supermarket. But what's going to happen? You're going to open the bread route. You're going to get stressed out between the two, and they're both going to fail. You're not going to do your best. I'm sure there's exceptions to the rule, but I'm talking about for the vast majority of people. It's just inefficient to focus on more than one thing, because like if you had that gallon of water to spread amongst your garden, would you grow an infinite amount of plants with only 1 gallon of water? You wouldn't. Why do you think that your focus is different? Why do you think that? It's not. You only have a certain amount of time in every day. So if you focus an hour, let's say you're up for 18 hours every day. If you focus an hour on 18 different things every day, how long is it going to take you to put a year's worth of work into something? It's going to take you 18 years to get one of those 18 things popping. Or you could just cut off the other 17 things, and in 1 year you will be where you want to be. It's so important that you understand this very simple concept. Delete TikTok. I mean, unless you are one of the people that are actually making money on TikTok through your product placement and the ads you're running to your Shopify store or whatever, TikTok is robbing your brain cells. I mean, for real. I'm sorry. It is. YouTube, same thing. Have a certain amount of hours you spend on YouTube. Have a certain amount of hours you spend on Instagram. Have a certain amount of hours. You limit these things because obviously you can't work all day. These could be great outlets, but the problem is they're designed to keep you on there. They're not designed for you to just, oh, let me go check what Sally's doing and I'm gonna just check for 30 seconds and get off. It is meant to grab you. Instagram, you know what that instant gram you're getting is? Dopamine brain rush, and it's addicting. That gram of dopamine, that Instagram, is making you a fiend, and it's making it so you can't concentrate on anything. So if I were you, I would figure out what one thing you want to put a year of your life into, and then tell me I'm wrong. You put a year of your life, focused effort into one thing, it doesn't matter what it is, you're going to be successful. You're not going to be a millionaire. Maybe you could be, but you're not. The goal is not to be a millionaire, it's to be fulfilled. Like, subscribe. It feels weird saying that.